Hey, how's it going out there? Hey, I've had quite a few comments over the past few months about wanting a video on how to use your side scan and how to identify objects. So I went ahead and did a video on that, and it should be informative, so go ahead and stay tuned. So you guys may be wondering why there's not just a ton of videos of on the water and how to use your sonar. Well, it's not as easy as you might think. For one thing, you got the scream noise, that flickering, and for those of you who watch my other videos, you see that even when I shoot it in my shop, you get that flickering. So you have to set up your camera a certain way to get rid of that. Next, you've got lighting. You know, the sunlight for the camera, you want the sun behind you. But when you got the sun behind you, then you get the reflection on the screen. So really, it's kind of tough. And as I found out this morning, I had a good overcast morning and I shot some video, and I wasn't running my main engine at the right RPM, so guess what? Things were vibrating and the screen was just like this. So luckily I caught it while I was still on the water, but the sun broke, so you got some reflection in there. Anyway, it's tougher than you might think. So we did get some decent shots. Won't call them really good. The reflections are kind of bad, but we'll go with it. Got a nice rocky bottom here. You can see this point coming out that we're just going past. And right now I've got it on right only. Brightness a little bit. This is a cove we're going through right here. And coming up on another point. You can kind of see we're marking a few fish suspended right there. Again, there's that point. So let's give it to you from both sides. Go menu, side view menu, view selection, left and right, back. Now you can see both sides. See a big rock pile right there. As you can see in the video, a lot of times what I'm doing, I'll start out with my down view on the bottom and my side view on top. And I'll go ahead, remember, all you got to do is touch the screen, and if you touch the side view, it goes to full-blown side view. If you touch the down view, it goes to full-blown down view. And then, you know, you can hit the back button and it just goes back to the split screen again. So that's real handy for you. But in the split screen, a lot of what you can see is like where I'm pointing out these rock points that come out. You can see that on the down view and on the side view. So it's kind of a confirmation of what you're seeing. You don't necessarily really need it, but you know, pay attention to that as you're looking at the video. You can see it on both screens. You see that point coming out. There's another point coming out, another rock pile. Mark that rock pile. So when you you get out on the water, the first thing you want to do is run your side view, assuming you don't know the lake very well. So you go ahead and you run that side view, and you're looking for structure. You're looking for points that run out farther, for rock piles, brush piles, all sorts of different things depending on your body of water. So once you find those, then you want to mark that waypoint, okay? And there's a blooper in this video. I'll tell you what it is at the end, but put a comment down there if you figure it out while you're watching it. So after you mark your waypoint, then you want to go back and idle back over that and find out if there's fish on that structure, whether it be the rock pile, brush pile, lay down, you know, the tree, whatever it may be. So you're going to run back over that using your down view and your chirp sonar, or, you know, traditional sonar. So that's the way I do it personally. And as you see in the video, I go over one spot that I marked, and there's no fish on it. So I went ahead and went to the second spot, and there were some fish on that. And then from there, you turn it around, you go to your charts, and you idle up to that point and throw lure down on it, you know, whatever it may be.
Kind of interesting. Alright, we'll mark that with a teardrop up here. And that'll be 131. Now, as you can see over here, when you make a turn, see how that swipes? When you're running your side view, try to keep going straight. Don't make a lot of turns and twists. Okay, we're coming up on another rocky point. See that point coming out right there? Like that. Mark that with that teardrop. We'll call that 132. Coming up on another small point right there. That's interesting. It's a little island right up here. Let's take a look at that. It's like a little creek that was coming in right there. Oh yeah, and you can see that island right there. Check out 131, navigate to, go to, and we'll see if we got any fish sitting there. Now in the navigation you can see it gives you that purple line, and that's giving you a straight line, so you can't always, you know, be careful, don't run ashore. Yeah, we'll try to keep it right on that purple line. That's going to be just right off of this school of bait fish right there. Yeah, and there we're going over it. Don't see much sitting on it.
Okay, so here I want to emphasize how accurate that these waypoints really are. Now remember, I marked these waypoints using side view, so you know these weren't directly under the boat. And as you can see, when I'm rolling back over them, you can see the hump. You can see I'm going over it. So you know the accuracy is pretty good. I still want to do a detailed video dropping object in the water to see how accurate the waypoints are. But for the most part, this is what I normally see is when I idle back over it, you know, I'm seeing that rock pile, I'm seeing those lay down trees, or, you know, whatever it may be.
Let's try that 131. Navigate to, go to. Ooh. Brush pile right there. Pause. Pick that brush pile. Teardrop. And that's going to be 133. Okay, first let's go take a look at 131. Oh, and I actually had that marked. It looks like from when I was doing my Google Earth, back when the lake was low, I'd spotted these. We do got some fish there.
And again, I really want to emphasize, when you're going to your waypoint, you know, use your big motor to get there most of the way and keep your speed up, because when you get close, when you're trying to dial it in, and that, you know, that screen may spin on you, and if you're going really slow, you'll find out that the maps are, it seems like about 3-4 seconds at least behind where you are. So if you turn your boat, you know, that boat symbol doesn't automatically turn with you. It's kind of a delayed reaction. So when you're going to your waypoint, keep your speed up, keep going in a, you know, a direction towards the waypoint, because if you try to like circle around it and go real slow, it gets real irritating.
Okay. All right, so let's drop a jig on that.
So once you've used your down view and you go across that point, you see some fish, then you've got to turn around and come back, and you want to, you know, set whatever distance away from it. That depends on how deep the structure is, how far you can cast, what you're casting. And so one thing that will drive you crazy, it'll make your head spin. If you don't have your chart orientation set correctly, that chart, as you're moving around and trying to get back to that waypoint, it'll sit there and it'll flip around and it'll do this and do that. So I set mine to course up. It'll still flip on you a little bit, but it seems to be the most stable for me, and it helps me when I get to my waypoint, when I get close to it, knowing about where that is. To set up your chart orientation, go to your home screen and then go to Charts, Fishing Chart, and then hit the menu and then go to Chart Setup. Now there you've got orientation, and with that you've got three choices. You got north up, course up, or head up. Now as you can see, mine is set to course up, and that's what I personally like, but you can try all three and see which is best for you. But yeah, if you got everything set up, guys, and you got your units networked together, it's that easy. All right, so another annoying thing that happens when you hit spot lock and it's really calm, it'll drive you nuts. So sometimes it's best just to, like I just did, just turn your spot lock off and just keep an eye on your map and where your point is. So if you watched my earlier networking video, I did go ahead and pull the network card out of this front unit. Sometimes I would mark a waypoint on my console unit and it wouldn't show up on my front unit. I think it might have had something to do with the sequence that I turned them on. Okay, So you may be asking, how did the fishing go? You know, there's some days where the fish are cooperating and you just suck. That's what I had today. I mean, you know, the one fish catch.
Come see me. Oh no.
See, I'm sitting here with a treble hook crankbait, and I've got this fish right at the boat, and what am I doing? I'm pulling straight up. Come on, guys, can't do that.
There we go. Attaboy. Get on there. Oh no. Two I've lost.
But anyway, yeah, it wasn't one of my better days fishing. Lost two, caught one.
There we go. Flipping action. Get up in here.
And you know, a lot of you guys out there are asking, well, you know, what about adjusting, getting that picture fine-tuned? I'll do some videos on that, but those are things that you've really got to play with. I will say that on the down view and the side view, normally you're going to be above 80%, somewhere in that range. If you find yourself down in the 50%, you know, trying to find a good picture, for me personally, I have to be up in the 80s. And, you know, don't forget to get that brightness up a little bit so you can see those small dots, because they are small. Side view, we could talk about that all day long. I use the lower frequency, the 455, because I'm looking mainly for structure. Depending on the size of your screen, trying to find fish with side view can be really challenging. I've got the 9-inch Garmins, and to be honest with you, I really don't look for fish with the side view. I look for structure, then I go back over with the down view and the traditional to see if that structure is holding fish or not. So I hope this video helps you, and we'll see you on the next one.
You would be surprised. I will still mark the waypoint without the teardrop. Hitting, you know, on the bottom menu, hitting the mark button.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe. Let's get out on the water and have a great day.